Are radicals such as anarchists, communists, and socialists a danger to the United States? I say absolutely. There was an anarchist that blew up a bomb and himself right in front of my house. Then, days later, they intercepted many packages going to important members of our government, all in assassination attempts. They even blew the hands off of a worker for a congressman. They're creating violent protests all around the cities, and they're trying to overthrow our government actively. Of course, this is a danger to the United States. Are they truly a danger to the United States? Actually, not in most situations. They're simply speaking out in disagreement about how the country is run. Terrorism is not the same thing as political protest. There are terrorists, but we are not them. In fact, most of the discrimination against us is simply due to negative prejudice from a variety of different recent world events. Can the Sedition Act justify arresting people with political ideologies that differ from our American ones? I say yes, because these people are speaking out against the government, and they're trying to incite opposition and violence to our current government. And the Sedition Act is here just for this purpose, to prevent dangers from within. And here, these are the people that we're seeing endangering our country. Well, it can justify it, but it really should not be able to. Being critical towards the government encourages progressive and improved policies, and other political ideologies can bring new ideas to the table. It does not encourage violence, and it really should not be an infringement of the First Amendment. How can we prevent domestic terrorism because of these anarchists in our country? Well, the best way to prevent domestic terrorism in our country is to arrest known anarchists and other political radicals before they attack the citizens of our great country or the government. This will prevent lots and lots of needless death in our country. How would that prevent needless death? Many arrested anarchists and radicals are sentenced to the death penalty, even when very few of them are actually terrorists. A better alternative to this would be allowing open forums for people to discuss new political ideas without feeling in danger and restricted from talking about these things. The government should encourage and allow these discussions. This creates a more robust America that brings together more people, more ideas, and strengthens its core. Should America have the power to arrest those that have different political viewpoints and that oppose the way our government is run? Of course. Of course we should have that power. It's necessary for the government to be able to protect itself from dangerous individuals within our country, as well as those outside of our country. And that mainly includes those who are against our government ideologically. These people will attempt a revolution and try to rebuild America as their own country rather than our capitalist roots that were built on. No, the government should not have the power to arrest anyone who opposes the way that it's being run. The government can only justify fighting against terrorism, people who actively hurt other people. That is not the same thing as people who just oppose the way the government is being run. It is good for a country to discuss different ideas so that all the possible paths are considered. What is a political protest? A political protest is simply a protest with a small group of people, one that peacefully suggests small tweaks to our current government. Anything more than that, well, that could really threaten our current American capitalist society, and we definitely don't want that. These radicals, these communists and socialists and these anarchists, they want to change our government. They want to overthrow our government, and that is not a political protest. That's dangerous. That is not a political protest. A political protest is when people voice their own ideas and opinions about the government, specifically those ways in which we could actually improve and change it for the better. This is not a threat to the government, and considering how flawed the US government already is, protests are necessary to demonstrate to all of the populace how much change is actually necessary to make this country a great country for all of its citizens. Do the opinions of the Department of Justice reflect the public opinion of our nation? Yes, they do. Currently, all of America is afraid and finds danger and threat in the rising group of anarchists and communists and immigrants coming into this country. The Department of Justice is swiftly and efficiently carrying out justice on these dangerous individuals, arresting, imprisoning, and executing people that could potentially cause harm to our country. Essentially, the Department of Justice is enacting our revenge on those who have attacked and tried to destroy and impair our government. The decisions being made by the Department of Justice really do not reflect the public opinion of this country. There are thousands of immigrants who are coming from other countries who have different political ideas that don't align with this country's political ideas. And the Department of Justice is rejecting the ability for these people to share their own ideas about how their country should be run. They have unjust trials, for example, our trial, and they have unjust executions. They're arresting people and killing people on no evidence and simply based on prejudice. Should the United States deport those with radical political ideologies? Definitely. Many people are immigrating to the United States in an attempt to change and overthrow our current government. These people belong back where they came from and not in this country. They're inciting violence and they're manipulating the ideas of young thinkers throughout our country, trying to change our ideologies, our American ideologies. They're trying to build up a new political revolution here, just like in the new Soviet Union. And they're trying to establish a new authoritarian government in place of our current American democracy. Absolutely not. The government should not deport people coming over with different political ideologies. Many immigrants came to the United States in search of a better livelihood, but now they're being taken advantage of by corrupt industry and government. Rather, we protest for better lives and a government that will actually enable us to live and survive here. We want to diversify this country and its ideas so that it's a better country for everyone, not just the people who have been here for the longest period of time, but everyone in the country. So, what types of speech are infringements of the First Amendment? Well, that's simple. Speech that criticizes the government or American ideals is dangerous. Radical ideas cause violent protests, and such ideas should be prevented for the safety of all American citizens. There is no speech that infringes the First Amendment. There is no crime that has been committed, no law that has broken simply by speaking your own mind. Invalidating free speech simply just undermines what this country's freedom was founded upon. Is the Bolshevik Revolution a threat to the United States? Yes. The revolution demonstrates to communists worldwide that change and rebellion is possible. This threatens America. These communists could start a rebellion here in America where thousands of government officials and the wealthy will be murdered in an attempt to create a new government. Does the revolution endanger the United States? Well, it does endanger the current America. With political tensions now coming from a different government in the Soviet Union, the United States will struggle to ally with it in the future. And we have a lot of immigrants coming over, sharing those ideas. This is better for the immigrants. It could bring about change that actually benefits the immigrants, us, rather than having to be forced to follow the current laws in place that just simply take advantage of us. It encourages change and rebellion, and that does put the United States at risk. And simply because these changes would really bring about a better America, if we were to have a political revolution over our current corrupt capitalism, we would have a better country for everyone.